It's great
Oh
to
my
connect with
God,
you. Yeah,
should we
so
check? Do we need to check we're live?
oh
This is our
yeah,
first one.
that's a good idea. Let's see. I'll hop
Let's
on
see.
YouTube.
I don't know if it'll let me. Oh. YouTube would tell me.
Go to my channel. Live. Yeah, it says we're live.
Ooh, we're here. Here we go.
All right. Cool. Yeah, so super awesome to connect with you live. We met in the Replit build-a-thon that you and I just did. And you were one of the people I saw super active in the community, helping a lot of people out and helping me a lot as well, like giving me a ton of feedback on BetaBloom, and I implemented a lot of that stuff. So yeah, you've been great, and I'm just super happy that we're connecting to kind of talk about SoloBoardroom a little bit and then review some apps together.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited. I've been vibe coding for about a year.
Okay.
So, but I also have a marketing background, a systems background, so I see things very clearly, and the advertising background that actually helps. Like, it makes it, I'm looking at a product as a sellable product. So that's my background is media and stuff. So I built SoloBoardroom but before I start this, I want to say congratulations on your runner-up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What was your prize? What was you were most?
The prize, I think total
community minded.
Yeah, I think it was community favorite or something along those lines.
And you were such a community favorite. Like, I was literally like, I loved your product from word go. I know you get to mine. I just want to talk a little bit of this because you did get up there. Like, I got in the top 100, which I am so wrapped with. Like, we had 6,600 or something, over 6,000 participants in this Replit build-a-thon.
Yeah, and
to make it to the top 100, I was just wrapped. I won, and then I got my sale, so I won even more.
Yeah.
But everybody, like, there's so many good projects, and to get where you got to, like, the whole time you talked about me giving feedback, but you were the same. Like, I watched you were in there, you knew, what you were doing, and you had a goal from the start, which was to support indie app builders to get out in the world, right?
Yeah.
So, and BetaBloom has been, like, instrumental, I think, well, I believe, in SoloBoardroom getting where it is right now, because I've made so many changes because of the feedback that I've been getting.
Yeah.
If you didn't do that, you wouldn't get it.
I mean, you've been dominating the top spot for a long time. You have by far the most feedback than any other product there, which is super cool. But, like, let's take a step back. I mean, I want to, how did you learn about the build-a-thon, and what made you decide to do it? And then how did you come up with this SoloBoardroom idea? Did you already have the idea, or did you come up with it after you joined the competition?
No, I had the idea before. So I'm a coach and a mentor for businesses. So that's what I do for a living. A lot of founders. I help a lot of people get even out of their boardroom from the office, into the real world and start businesses, as well as people who are already established and they kind of get stuck in their finances, in their money, in making money, in, like, often, if I'm dealing with someone, say, I've got an acupuncturist and she's, working 20 hours a week, but she's wanting to do group work, or she's wanting to, start something different to shift out of that grind factor. And so my job comes, I come in and I look at what's going on in there, and I am a systems thinker. So I'm an organizational systemic constellation facilitator. That is a long word, I know. But basically, I can look at any system and I can tell you what is wrong and which lever we need to pull to get it moving, because that's my gift. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm sitting there, I was, like, I'm in BetaBloom, I'm having a good time because I'm just like, and I trial products that I like too, and that I would use. Like, I'm very much behind that. I've got 30 years in sales. So, when you're selling something, you want to love it. You know what I mean? So when you're in there and you're offering advice and you're doing things with, like, feedback, like, I'm literally, but I'm also, like, I'm lit up, like, I'm lit because it's my genius zone. So I love that. So that's my background. And then I built an app. I had some interesting things happen with my business last year. And probably for the last, I'm a solo mum. So I had my daughter years ago on my own.
Yeah.
And when I started in business 12 years ago, so I left corporate, started my business. I was a holistic counselor, seeing people in person. And then over the years, it evolved into coach, mentor, different, because they've got different vibes. And then in 3 years, I hit 100K just in like turning over revenue with customers.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to have my daughter. And I think for women, like when you want to have kids, it takes you out of the market. Your income changes. I had to think about being a provider, being the nurturer, being the breadwinner, all at the same time. And I think I've been navigating that for 6 years. But in my business, like I've hired coaches. I am a coach, but I've hired coaches, spent thousands of dollars on trying to get people to help me, done the courses, done the apps. You think it's your marketing, you think it's this, you think it's your, audience, and you do tweak in business. Like if you're doing one-to-one with people, you start to go, oh, I don't really want to work with people like that. I want to work with people like that. So you do pivot. But when I had my daughter, so she was born the week COVID pandemic happened. So basically I went into lockdown on my own. My mum virtually moved in, thank God, because we were in lockdown for like a year of her first year of her life in Australia.
Yeah.
And so that was full on. And I hit the January. So that was the March, I hit the January. And I was doing some consulting work for a media company as well as coaching. And so I was turning over really good revenue. But I was like, you know what? I really just want to back myself for like even more. Like I obviously backed myself when I left corporate, but like I was like, I don't know, I've got something going here. I really want to back myself. So I started doing like online courses and like I did all the things, but I never really found, like I did a membership and I did the courses and I did the programs and I like you name it, but I never really nailed it. I've got one program that I really love doing. It's called It's Your Destiny. And I take women through their basically to get them aligned to their genius zone and start living like their next level life.
Yeah.
And I've done that for 5 years. And it's not a full program. It's not heaps of people in it, but I love doing it. But I even got to the point, I had a customer who was really shitty and last year. And because I put my heart and soul into that work, it hits you hard. And I just went, I can't afford to do this. One, you owe me money now. Two, like this is, I don't have a lot of hours to work because I literally have 15 hours a week being a mum with my child at school. And it was only until we got to school that I actually got the traction. But in the business, I kept going and looking someone to help me. I hired a business coach. I hired this coach. I hired that coach. Like I did it all. And at the time when I built my first app, I was quite emotional. So I was like, what do I need right now? So this is how I build. I'm like, what do I need? I'm very much about building something for myself first and building me for me. Yeah. So my first app was basically I built a me in an AI form. It's called Rad GPT. You basically can log in. It's got all my knowledge in the back end and it's all the way I work, and it will help you move out of funk into like high vibe. So it'll literally work with you and your belief systems, and it is smick. I haven't really put it to market, but my clients use it every day.
Yeah.
The reason I built it was because I didn't have time. Like I do Voxer and I don't have sessions very often. So I'm in the Voxer, but this tool gave me space and time because they got to do the things that I would normally do with them in an app. And then only bring the really key things into the Voxer. Yeah. So it's really been pivotal. So that was my first build. It took me 3 months to build it. And because of perfection, I was like, I'm not putting this out until I know it's working and until I know what it's doing. And I'm laughing now. I've launched SoloBoardroom in 3 weeks. Like, I know. So then I went on to build websites for all my clients. So I started to make revenue with Replit. And I started to build websites. So I built my own. I've built 4 of my clients' websites. They're all launched businesses. So because I have that background and I love AEO, like I love AI search, like that's my little, like, how can you make this work?
Yeah.
So I love that. And then, because I was a core user, and then I started to churn, like obviously spend more money.
Right.
Not that I didn't spend money at the start, because I was spending money, but it was just like I started hosting clients. I started to do more things. And I needed a different infrastructure. So about, let's say, 6 weeks ago, I decided to, when they launched the Pro and they changed to Pro, I decided to go into Pro. And I got into the Discord, like it was a limited thing, but eventually I got in the Discord for the Pro, and I was like, oh, I've never been in a Replit thing before. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
And I started just chatting. I was like, I'm just going to go for it. Like, let's see. And so I started chatting, and Raymar was in there, and Buildathon they were talking about, and I was like, so what is this? And I'm like, I'm looking at this. Should I do this? And they're like, have you got an idea? And I'm like, actually, I do. And so about 3 months before, I sat down, I was like, what am I not using in my business myself, because I'm not scaling the way I want? And so then I started playing in AI. So I always start playing in AI, like, just a chat or a Claude or whatever, and playing with the idea. And then once it starts to get legs, I go, okay, now I need to shift over to Replit, because they can't do, like, they're not going to do what I need. Like, you need to have that interface. This is what I think, to launch. So I had the idea of forecasting and having this board room where I could come in and they would ask me questions and extract information. And so Raymond was like, do it. And I was like, okay. So I just signed up.
Yeah.
Didn't know what the hell I was getting into. And I've rode the wave for the last 4 weeks, I have to say. I've really enjoyed it. Like, SoloBoardroom was like born. I launched I'm old school, so I launched a Facebook group and called the Boardroom with Eiran, and people just started joining that. So that was my audience kind of builder. And then the app just came to life. Like, she is beautiful. Like, I love it.
So awesome. You've done a great job. I feel like there's so much that we could talk about. I mean, I have 3 kids myself. All of them are younger than your 6-year-old. My oldest is 4. So, like, I totally understand the added layers of complexity that comes with that. And you started talking about how you were solving a pain point that you saw or you experienced yourself. And I think we've seen it time and time again. That works so well in these kind of indie founder communities, when people just identify a pain point that they're feeling themselves and they go and solve it, and they find other people that they can solve this for. It just works really well. And let me share my screen of SoloBoardroom as I talk about.
Yesterday I spent all afternoon upgrading the landing page. She's now beautiful. I'm very happy.
Nice.
I treat my builds like boats, like ships. I call them she's, because they're definitely she's. And look, I've upgraded her. Look, she's very nice.
Very nice. And so, I revisited yesterday, and I was playing around with it a little bit, and I didn't know, like, what going into it. I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. I was just kind of like going with the flow, like, let me experience this product and see how I can use it. And that worked totally fine. Like, it walked me through everything that I needed to do to set up my board. Even though I didn't know exactly how I wanted to set up my agenda, it walked me through that. So I thought the onboarding was awesome. And then when I got into the actual board meeting, I decided to talk about my goals for BetaBloom and my strategy for how I'm planning to grow. Like, right now, BetaBloom has 100 or so published products. I want to get to 1,000. That's the next milestone I'm aiming for. And my vague strategy that I have in mind right now is to do more things like this, meet with more founders, start to review apps together, start to review people's apps on X, and try to grow my audience on YouTube and X. And that's one way that I'm going to try to get more people going to BetaBloom. So I went into the boardroom with this kind of vague strategy to see what I got back. And it was awesome. I think it pressure tested my goals. Okay, you want to get to 1,000. What's your timeline? Well, I hadn't thought of a timeline. So let's say 90 days. Okay. Let's do the math and figure out how fast you have to grow. Let's see if your strategy really works or you need to consider alternatives. So, even for my sort of just not really being prepared, I got great feedback, and it really helped me refine my strategy really quickly, right from the jump. So I just think you've done a great job with this tool.
Thank you. Did you use the agenda builder?
I think so.
Yeah. So up the top, see the agenda builder. That basically is a free tool. Anyone can use it, and they can, if they've got ideas and they don't really know what to do in the boardroom, you now that's login. Are you gonna, if you go up the top corner, just where you were, and click agenda. This is free. Anyone can come in and use this. And you basically can set your agenda. You can set your agenda for the boardroom. You can set the agenda for the week, whatever it is. It's an agenda setter. But it helps you move along. It takes what's in your head and says it will set the agenda for the meeting. So it extracts it out of you. So if you said, look, I don't know what to talk about in this meeting, you can just start with that. It will prompt you. And then it takes you, once you sign up for trial, it actually moves through and brings it into the boardroom for you. So you don't have to save it or anything. You can save it. It's good if you just want to come in and get the information. But that's the starting point on the landing page. If you go to SoloBoardroom.com and click the agenda, you don't have to join anything. You can just play with this. This is good. This will give you extract information about what you need. And then when you get in the boardroom, it runs down into here's some action points. So
it's a great idea, because a lot of these projects that we saw in the competition, didn't let you try anything before signing up or even for paying. And I think that was kind of a shortfall for some of these projects. I think for someone fresh landing on a brand new product that they've never seen before, there's no trust built up. You got to give them something. You got to let them try it out and build up a little trust. I think this is one of the good ways to do that.
This came from BetaBloom feedback. A lot of the feedback. So when I started, I didn't obviously have this. I only put this in a couple of days ago, and it was just the onboarding process. I wanted to take my first sale. I was part of the equation, and I wanted to remove me, but also still include me. And so I built the agenda. This is what I would do for you personally if you were in a one-on-one with me. So I went, how can I build me into the platform so I don't have to be in it anymore, and it will sell for me? And so there is an Eiran AI coming that's going to be hanging out in the boardroom too to facilitate, which is really cool. But the agenda builder was the first kickoff for that. So
yeah, I love it. It's a great concept. I mean, I've used AI a bunch to help me plan, but it's just a kind of one agent with me. So having this group of agents bringing different perspectives, I think, is a great solution.
Yeah, and look, a lot, I had feedback. What's stopping me from using ChatGPT or whatever? And I was like, I'm not going to get into too deep of what's stopping you, but even their builds, I use it. I get so frustrated because I'm asked for something and then they give me something else, or they miss a point, or they I'm trying to say, I was trying to do this in there and strategize. Even if you set it up in a GPT, it still hallucinates, and it still has an agenda to not do this. Do you know what I mean? It has an agenda going, would you like me to write that copy for you now? Would you like me to do this now? And you're I haven't even decided on the copy. Pack it up, buddy. So I think people, when they understand, this is why we build these tools, not because, and someone said, oh, it's just AI, what's the price there? And I said, well, it's not actually just AI. There's a lot of complexity that goes in the back end of this. My IP is in this, so that's the value you're getting when you buy. And that was really part of how I navigated it. I use the boardroom to build and price this and to do everything in it as well. So
Yeah.
I was doing it as I built it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it makes perfect sense. Like, it's all in how you set up the context. I mean, first of all, just having multiple agents is a key difference because they're kind of keeping each other in check in different ways.
Yeah.
And then the way you set up the context for each one is really important. I mean, I even notice in Replit, if I'm asking for design refinements and I tell the agent, hey, you're a world-class designer, yada, yada, I feel like I get better output with that than just, hey, improve this design, right?
Prompting is key. And that's the next step. We're going to do some prompting keys like as well, because I think prompting gets the answers. Like, I get lazy sometimes. I'm like replying, like I was having a little, back and forth yesterday. I was trying to, change the smallest thing, and it was having a moment, and I was just like, rah! But at the same time, there was like this thing where you go, oh, come on, Eiran, you haven't prompted well, and the prompting gets you the results. But with Agent 4 now, there's not a lot you have to do. Like, it does a lot to prompt without actually, you know what I mean? Like, getting to the, I mean, you still have to know some basics, like, and then your probably product testing for a lot longer than someone who's never done it, someone who's doing it all the time. You learn, but that key of like, here's the data, you know what I mean? Like, here's what I want, and then it comes back and goes, well, I gave you this, and you're like, why? And I'm like, oh yeah, because I did not say anything about that. It's like, okay, so you learn. But I've always said, like, when I teach in like my groups and stuff like that, I'm like, you're prompting. What are you asking it?
Yeah.
And I worked that out when people were playing in the boardroom at the start. Like, we're now moving them along in a better way in the boardroom, so they're not in there for 3 hours because you can get lost in there. Yeah. So we've narrowed that down. But I also realized, like, leadership's an interesting concept for people, and how they behave in the boardroom. Like, I was watching, like, getting stuck. It's not doing what I want it to do. I want it to be more top level. Oh, no. And I was like, yeah, that's not on me. That's on you, because there's, you stepping in. And so but it also made me build things like, we've got the culture builder. We've got what do you actually want from your boardroom? You might want really, based on a whole heap of action items to move forward, whereas someone else might want a top level board and don't want to discuss workload. Do you know what I mean? Like, you set that agenda. And so I found, like, a couple of my clients who were trialing and then bought, like, some of them I was like, they're like, oh, it just gave me the output of, like, this is what, I just need to double my workload and I'll get the result. And she's like, that's not feasible. They said it's not feasible. And I went, yeah. And then what did you do? And then she's like, well, nothing. And I was like, yeah, but why didn't you go back and say, well, what do I do about that?
Yeah.
That's what they're for. And they were like, oh, and then she walked away with 21 action steps, 3-month plan, like, you know what I mean? Like, just those little things to help you move along. So we're building those little trigger points in, so that people get moved along the into the boardroom too. Totally.
It's like the new feature in Replit, even when agent finishes a task and it kind of suggests 2 more for you to do next. You almost need something like that, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I think that's what we'll get to, because we've got the prompt now, and then we'll probably bring up something like that. It'll be like, you could ask this, or you could ask this, or you could move along. You know, and like, it's a choice you get to make. We might suggested prompts will be something like that. But yeah, I like that idea. Thanks. I've been, you know me, I've been prompting my Replit kids. Like, now I'm going to be like, oh, Replit. I've got Replit kids. We know Replit kids.
Nice. Okay.
Boundary on spend.
So what are your next plans? Like, I imagine you're focused on growing this, or how do you look at the next steps here?
So interestingly, so I finished yesterday. Because of the build-a-thon, I really didn't. I called myself out on this. Like, my landing page needed work, and I knew it, but I kind of let it, like, just be, because it was like such a rush thing, and there was so many other things we had to get out. I would do a build-a-thon very differently next time, just because it was my first one. But I sat down yesterday, like, I had a coffee in the morning. I was like, this is my daughter went back to school. I was like, okay, now I can really stop for a minute. And then I was like, okay, back in the boardroom, let's go. And so I sat with the landing page and really looked at it from my customer. I would really narrow it down. What is my positioning brief? Like, what is it? And Agent 4, I love Agent. I love AI. Like, I love Agent 4. And so we've got this really good relationship. And, it helps me build, like, I don't mind spending the money to get some of those results because I know what it would cost if I went somewhere else to do it, if I paid someone to do it. So if Replit 4, and at the moment 50% off power, so like I'm churning in power right now because I'm like, I can get so many things out.
Use it.
Use it right now, 50% off. So yes, hashtag we love Replit. Okay, so I literally sat there with Agent 4 and I said, let's look at this landing page. I want you to put on your best hat. I downloaded the skills, which I wasn't doing the build-a-thon because it was so new to me. I then went, okay, I downloaded some skills that I really wanted and I brought my own skills to the table and then obviously Agent. And I said, we are going through this one by one. And I sat and looked at it we worked out who is it prompted me to, like, who is my customer? What is my positioning brief? And then where do we need to go from there? And that was then going individually. Like I had a feedback thing saying, oh, you're off the fold and your head is too big. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I just haven't got to it yet. It's frustrating. And then I was like, that means I'm going to sit down. If I'm getting feedback, it means move. So I'm a move. Get it, move. You've got to put it into play, even if it's not perfect, and then you can tweak, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's good about it. Like Agent 4, you just like get it out, move, key, and then tweak. Like that's the game.
Yeah.
So I did that yesterday and I found it really good. I cried. I was like, oh my God, it's talking to myself. Like I was like, I am the audience. If you get like that, if you build a product where you would land on your own landing page and go, oh my God, I love you so much. You still feel so seen. Like then you've nailed it. And so that was yesterday. And then I prompted a few prompts out last night and I did a reel. And so my big next move will be, where are these? And so my audience is knowing founders, not just founders, because a lot of the time a boardroom, like people will be like, what is a boardroom? Like, what do I do? And if you haven't come from that background, it won't hit home. But my primary audience has that background. They know they're probably, a few years in, they won't balk at the $300, $400, $500 price tag a month and go, oh, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. If you went and hired someone to come in your business and do this,
way more.
40,000 for like 3 months. So the price tag is perfect in that, but at the same time, I needed to really drill in on who that was and then filter a little bit of like the secondary audience and the third audience, which is founders who are in a startup and they're like, what am I doing? That's what they're built for. Like it will pull out information. It's free. They can go on and get it. They get a free session in the boardroom and then they could take that, run it for a month and then come back and buy it 2 months later because they started making sales. Do you know what I mean? This is a long-term goal. This is not like when you think about that first sale, my heart, like I was like alive. Like I was like, I've felt this alive since I gave birth. Like that's how I felt. I was like, this is amazing. And I've sold a lot of things. I've sold millions of dollar packages in corporate, right? And even in my business. So it just had so much writing on it because of what we were doing and that heart and soul that you'd put into it and the community that we'd built. And so the next step for me is obviously I'm going for 10 to 20 buyers. Like I want 20 subscriptions going. We took lifetime access full, like, because we had a package I had a package during the build-a-thon, which was you can buy lifetime access and pay one fee and that's it. And we sold one. So that was $5,000, which is fantastic. But then because of the way the boardroom is structured, people think it's AI and it's cheap. And I'm like, no, we've got Claude Opus 4.7 in there. We're not playing small. It costs us money for you to be in that boardroom. Yeah. And so that's the price tag too. Like I could easily put a little open AI on there and charge you $20, but you're not going to get the results. and we're not going to build as a business and be profitable.
Right.
So for me, I've got the 20. So my big goal is 168 users. That gets us to our ARR of the year of $1 million.
Nice.
So if we can do that, and then the interim smaller goal is 20. So I've got one, we're going for 20. That will mean, funny enough, I used one of the guys, I don't know if they're a guy or a girl. So one of the people on BetaBloom, I was testing one of their products. Like I love it. Like you can find, like even on BetaBloom, you can find something early and trial it and get results. Like this is the point too. Like if you are an indie builder, get on BetaBloom, because you tracking through, getting results, playing in the feedback, you learn what people are doing in their products, but you also get information for your business because they're all got great ideas. So it's on, I think it's Tractionally. By Fada. I don't want to get their name wrong either. I think it's Fada is the owner.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And Tractionally, I got information out of that I wouldn't have even thought of as a marketer. Like I was just like, "Ooh, this is good." Like you can tell. And there's another one that I love, which is Mentioned by AI, which has got so much juice. It needs some work. It's got a few kinks in it, so don't get, there's a few like errors come up and stuff like that. But essentially, if you want to know what you're doing in AI, like in AI worlds, like what they're mentioning you and how they're talking about you and how you can improve that, it's a really good site too. So with Tractionally, I was like, interesting. They want me on they wanted me on Reddit, and I signed up for it yesterday. I'm only because I'm new to this world. What's that one? Indie
Hacker?
Indie Hacker. Yeah, I signed up. There it is. There. I signed up to it yesterday, and I was like, and because it said, you've got prime, like real estate for these people. They're already earning money, so get in there. And so it said start to play in that. But also, and it talked about like different ways to use Facebook, like in the paid memberships as opposed to like normal things. I'll probably look at doing some ads, that kind of thing. One of my clients is a digital marketing agency, Flowout Digital, and she's starting out too, so she's ready for where taking people for that ride if they need it in the digital world. That will come, but I'm investing my money back into my business that I earn and into the project and see. I mean, we just covered our build costs really with the first buy, but think about that. Like you just built a platform for $500 that is worth probably $720,000 because there was one of the apps that the Build-a-thon was telling you what your project would be worth if you went and built it in an agency. Think about that.
Incredible. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the customer that you're targeting, the price point that you're starting at makes total sense to me. I agree. There's also a place for like a different audience, like a different founder audience, because like I said, I use Grok a lot for planning, but it's not the same as having a system like you have in place. So I can see after you have success with, the audience you're going for, who's familiar with a boardroom, having success with other types of audiences and potentially tweaking that setup for something that's more familiar for other people. It makes a lot of sense.
And they're probably not builders either. Do you know what I mean? Like the people who've bought are my clients who are they've just got businesses. Do you know what I mean? They're not really delving into the AI world. They're not really there, like with BetaBloom and things like that. And the Build-a-thon, they're all savvy. So, some of the feedback where they're like, it's just AI. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like there's a bigger world out there. And people aren't just thinking, oh, this is just AI. Like they're like, oh, this could solve my pain point. It's using AI, but it's still a product that can get results. And I think as a builder, you need to consider that. Like your target audience doesn't always have to be a builder.
Yeah. I agree. Well, let's see. I've got about 25 minutes before I get started with the kiddos.
I know. But I can chat.
I know. Me too. I mean, I feel like there's a ton we could talk about. Let's try to review a couple apps. I wanted to try it. We'll do it live. And here's the idea that I had. So on X, I see a ton of people throwing their project out there. And there's a bunch of accounts I see actually that will just like ask questions like, hey, drop your projects here, right? And a ton of people drop their projects hoping to get some visibility, understandably, and a lot of them aren't. And I just thought it would be fun if you and I go and review some of these live and record it.
You
and then
we'll
drop
go, them?
Yeah, I'll share a link.
So I can. I'll look them up too.
Yeah, so let me send you the link that we're going to look at. Okay.
I need to upgrade my system. I'm like, I need another computer. I need another screen. I'm getting that vibe now.
I know. I just ordered a new laptop
at night, lying in bed, making sure my child's still asleep. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Like they're going, "What are you doing on a phone?" Like,
but you
phone.
Had all the great feedback on mobile though, which was awesome. So
yeah, I do. I'm like, this is not working. You need to do this. I'm used to it.
I just used the private chat in Restream. Is that showing up for you?
Beautiful.
Okay, so that's the project list that we'll go through, and then let me share my screen right now also. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're
all right. So let's see what we find here.
What do we want to do?
I mean,
you pick first.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna dive right in. The first thing I see. So developers often leak API keys while debugging with AI. Like this is a problem I'm familiar with on the technical side. So let me just open this.
Developers often leak API keys while debugging with AI.
Yeah.
SecretSanitize.com is a privacy-first extension that masks secrets on paste automatically. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But Replit doesn't let us do that. Just a side note.
So it's a Chrome extension, right? Yeah. And I guess this is paste freely, leak nothing. Like maybe it's overriding the copy paste functionality and automatically looking for secrets or like sensitive information and
that's good.
Obfuscating
I like it. So you can add it to Chrome. So let's just start. Should we start with the landing page?
Yeah, let's do it.
Paste freely, leak nothing. API keys and tokens and credentials are masked locally before reaching. Look, it says what it does. That's the start.
Paste freely, leak nothing. Yeah. Tokens and credentials are masked locally before reaching AI chats. Yeah, this is interesting. It's kind of like
this has way more already just off the bat. Like I know they're going for this audience, but this has way more. It's kind of like redactory, like
yes.
It's got the same feel, and there is a wider audience for this. So even if they wanted to do 2 landing pages, like I would suggest, they could open this up to like people just having credentials, keys, like even their own other, personal information, that kind of thing. It's got legs for that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would install it, but I'm on Firefox, not Chrome. But I kind of just want to see an example of.
I'm on Chrome. Let me see.
You want to try doing it?
I'll just do it and see what happens.
Okay.
What am I in dark mode? I don't need that. Let me add it. Okay, pay safely into AI chats. So this is good. It's got like the ads. It's beautiful. I like the this is the marketing view. The logo is very good. It feels safe. Now I've added it in. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Let me pin it. All right, so it comes up. Do you want to? Can I share?
Yeah, let's see.
I do have 50,000 browsers open.
You might want to start a new window, or I don't know if anything there.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just move this out. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing mine.
Add. Oh, here we go. Share. Just want this. Share. Can you see this?
Not yet. Okay. Add to the scene. There we go. Yep, you got control.
All right, good. Okay, so I added it. Hang on, let me bring it up here. Oh, I'm going to add it again because I'm in a different browser. So because I opened a new one. Hang on. So let me just show you. Add to Chrome. It's saying it's in there. Let me check. Oh yeah, there we are. Let me pin it. All right, we're in. So this is where we go. So we're going to go get started. Can you see that? So it's like
I still just see you on the landing page, so it might be the wrong window.
You can't see. Yeah, you won't be able to see it because it's dropped down from Chrome. It's not on the window. Do you know what I mean?
Got it. Okay.
So it's probably not the best one to review first.
So once you have it installed, it seems like it should just work on any web page if you try to paste something sensitive.
Yeah. So it says page to text here. Let me grab something. I'm not going to use sensitive, but
I wish it gave like an example. Like copy this and paste it somewhere. But yeah, I don't know if we can try it in a Google Doc or.
Well, there's some feedback there. So test. Oh, here's a test mode underneath, but that won't let me click on it. So that's a dead click. But there's a task masking. Found one potential secret in the link, right, from X, because I posted the link from what we shared.
Okay.
And it says one potential. I don't know where it went though. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's got secret, and then it said one secret. I'll try again. Yeah, it's not having a task. One potential secret found. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a base. Oh, this is cool. There's a basic. I'm going to see if I can screenshot it maybe and share it. So it found in the link from X. It found a HTTPS : blah blah X dot, and then it's got a semicolon base 64 _ secret.
Okay.
So it's picked up the secret that's behind that. So it's not showing a secret, but it's showing that there is a secret.
Okay. So and basically you copied some text and you tried to paste it, and it automatically took out sensitive info from what you pasted. Is that what's happening? Yeah. Okay. Yep. And it lets you know, gives you some kind of notification also? Yeah,
it told me one secret found at the top. There's a bit of, I'm going to drop. Okay, so I just dropped SoloBoardroom in. It says no secret detected. Very good. Okay. But the X one did have that. I would say it's supposed to be showing me like the number of secrets. It's not bringing that up. It's just showing me in a top corner, but then underneath it gives you what the secret is. So it does work. It's good. But I think the secret count could do a bit of work.
What are you pasting into? I wonder if there's a way for you to show it.
Let me see if I can screenshot. I'll show you. There's a box. Let me come back. Okay, so can we share in the chat maybe? Can we drop? No.
No.
Let me get out of here. Stop. Oh, I want to replace. Hang on. I wonder if it'll let me. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, this is what you got. This is what you can see. Okay, it's only an image. Oh, no.
Okay, I see SoloBoardroom.
No, you can't see that either.
No.
I thought you could see the image. You can't. Because it's in the browser.
Yeah.
I can see it when I look at it. I can see it's dropped down on there when I go into the window. I took a screenshot, but it's not letting me in this platform share it either. So interesting to note. But
okay. Well, what about the landing page? Anything jumps out at you as could be improved there? Yeah.
So I'm just sharing it.
Okay. Let me add that again.
There we go.
Cool.
Hang on. So as I said, I think they could go 2 feet. Like they could swap this out and have it for people just sharing credentials just to see what would happen. Look, I don't think it needs a lot more. If you know what this does, then this sells. But if I didn't know I needed this, okay, I'm a new vibe coder. Why do I need this? Case-free, leak nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. So if I look at it from I'm new to the coding world or the building worlds, and I need to add to Chrome. Okay, that's a Chrome browser, so I get that. That's my first focus point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not drawn to any of the other information. So I'm pretty like when I look at the screen, I'm looking at it from the point of view of someone who's new.
Yeah.
In the product range. I know that it's to do with the Chrome browser. So I'm like, okay, so I have to have Chrome. I don't use Chrome, so I'm out. Do you know what I mean? Like there's that.
Yeah.
It was okay. Now I'm moving. So it was featured on the web store at Chrome. That's good. That gives me like credibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then paste freely, leak nothing. Okay, so I use API keys. I know I'd use tokens, credentials, and masked locally before reaching AI chats. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm still not sold on using it. It's going to protect. There's a protection button above the thing that tells me there's protection. And then I'm looking at it. The demo is great, but it
is very developer focused. That's how it comes off to me. And I think you're right. Like there's a whole big audience of people that are just getting into vibe coding and are not yet familiar with why is this a problem I need to solve?
Yeah, and I think that's what they need to solve.
Yeah.
So that why is this a problem, opposed to here's my soul, like here's the solution, but I haven't told you your pain point.
Yeah.
So if that was me, I would be looking at what's the biggest pain point or the fear that someone has, or like I work with security on my SoloBoardroom because it's got business details, right? So it was really funny. I just reposted a Replit thing about the fact the fact that they, they're very high in security. That's why I use them. A lot of the other vibe coding, no, never. But at the same time, because I had a PhD in information tech go through SoloBoardroom early, and we had this conversation. He said, I've checked it out. Yeah, Replit's got the good background. It's all the things. I already knew that, but he needed to do that as part of his process to use it. And privacy and data, like that's what they're all about, the info tech guys. So, that information needs to be up front. Why would I need to know that my privacy's there, my data's kept well? Like the fact that, you get like that's down the point. Like they could be entering their audience earlier with why would you need this? How would you use it? Why do you need data? And maybe like they've got trust, which just takes them down. Don't trust us, verify us. But they could have a magnificent AIO focused blog on having this product active, what it does and why. That's what I want to read. So there's a lot of things about trust us, try it, but you need to say why I need to try it, because of why data protection is important. As much as you want to say, yeah, that's okay, some people are jumping on and building and they still have password as password. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like, why would you use my product?
Yeah.
Your target audience is high-end builders. They probably know this already. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm a builder and I've been building for a long time, I know to check my secrets.
Yeah.
To make sure they're not in the back end.
Yep.
We ask agent to do it, but also it's built so it doesn't. But if I'm a new builder, or if I'm an already existing person who builds, I know this.
Yep.
Yes, it's a checker. So I could just check my work, right? That's what I would be selling. It'd be like, check your work. That would be my first point on the lead-in sales page.
Yeah.
Not paste freely, leak nothing. It's check your work if that is your audience. If your secondary audience is new builders and they don't understand, you need to start building some kind of credibility around why you know to use this product and what it does. And then you'll end up having a bigger audience than just the first audience.
Yeah.
But I would start with check your work. Like that's what I would do. That's the sales point. Because paste freely, leak nothing, like it's a bit, how's your mum? Whereas, like getting in there and having that pain point straight up is check your work, secondary audience. This is why you need to check your work.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, I think this is good stuff. I'm gonna take clips of this afterwards and go reply to who is it, Suvik here, and
yeah,
I think he'll be happy with that. So we'll see how it goes. Should we squeeze in one more?
Yeah, let's squeeze in one more. We've got 9 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go back to the list, and I'll let you pick this one.
All right, let me go back to Peter Mick. Thanks for your list.
Mm-hmm.
I'll subscribe later. No, follow you later. All right, I'm going to go down the list. Someone's dropped later. A lot of these are, I'm going to try and find something that's not, zero SEO. Like, come on, guys, get out there and do something else. It's not, yeah, they're all focused on. Oh, I like this. Here we go. Search, preview, and chat with your documents. Ooh, yes. This is coming from, let me post it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, no, there's a wait list. I'm going to say no. It's not going to let us do much.
Okay.
I do like the idea. Chat with your documents. Imagine that. That's cool.
Interesting.
I like the concept. Agentic builders. Hey, why don't you grab someone off BetaBloom? Like, I know you want to do, we want to tag them back here.
Yeah.
But what about Grand Moments? Because she's looking for feedback to get her product out there.
Sure, let's do it. I mean, I've used Grand Moments and given feedback.
Have you done it already?
I've done it, yeah. It's really, really cool, actually. But have you not tried it yet?
I haven't tried it fully, no.
Okay, we could run through it. Do you want me to send you a link? Do you know how to get to it?
Hey, what about this one? Yeah, we can do that. There's also isreadyforlaunch.com, which is like, is your landing page ready?
Okay, let's try it.
By Kasbar Krusi.
K-A.
In the chat.
Okay.
Let me bring it out. Yeah, this needs work, so let's do it.
All right.
Now let me find where you are again. Here we go. This is what I chose. Maybe we'll come back on and do Grand Moments another time, because she deserves some. I've got to go and do it on BetaBloom. So basically, they want you to like go in. Hang on, let me share. I haven't shared yet.
Okay.
Is ready for launch. Website readiness. Sorry, it's making it harder for me to find. So Chrome, right? Oh, there we go. Here we go. I think it's an SEO audit. You know what I find about these? They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And none of them really work, especially for Replit builds, because of the React.
I see. Yeah.
Have you come across that issue?
Well, I have seen a bunch of these. I tried one, and it gave me, I think, good advice. What I want, though, is I want it to kind of handle it for me. Like, give me a prompt I can just put in to my agent, or just handle more of it for me. One
of the ones, I can't remember. I think it's launch.md.
Okay.
That is really good prompting for that. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I'm just trying to put in a
let's see.
thing. So it was kind of recommending something already, and I was like, I don't even know where that grow is coming from. It's just recommended it. So first up, there's no real landing page except for the fact that you get in and launch it and use it. So it's a free tool. You can go in. There's history. It doesn't have, like, it's called is ready for launch, but it's got site health in the top corner. Yeah. So from a branding point of view.
Yeah, like I can't tell, is this mainly SEO, or is there other stuff going on here? Let's see.
So it says run a comprehensive audit on your URL to check common technical SEO and accessibility site health metrics. Now, I have had Agent4 run this all night last night. I was like, making me mad. So let's see what it comes up with. Because it is hard to get your SEO and AO right.
Yeah, and I'm going to run one on BetaBloom at the same time, so we can kind of.
All right, so I'm getting an excellent score. I really like that. If your product works, because I know my product works. We've got a few warnings. Okay, so it's still excellent score. You know, the thing about this is this product, like it's a free thing. Why? And it's nice because I get that in the community. People share and they want to launch and get known for certain things and that kind of stuff. But, you know, you're here to monetize. I'm just like, where's that component for the project? And also, you know, I can get this on Speedlight free with Google, who I'm going to trust more, just so you know. Because they're who I'm wanting to see my product. So if they're going to tell me I'm at 96% and you're telling me I'm at 85, I'm going to question that, right?
Yeah.
So that's a start. Because Speedlight.com's free, you can just add in and you get accessibility, you get all the data, you can share your link into Agent, and Agent will read it and say, this needs to work, right?
Yeah.
So as I scroll down, like the first thing is the scores are excellent. 27. I've got 12 warnings, but I don't have any errors. That's what we want to know. If you are building in Agent 4, just so you know, go to skills and drop down the SEO skill. However, I don't believe it is fully like the best of the best this stuff, because this is what I do, like getting people read on landing pages, on Google, on crawlers, when I'm building websites, and like, and including my own, like I have fights with it all the time. It's such a thing. But so here's it's found 87 characters. It says keeps to 30 or 60. So it's telling me to bring my title down, which I am aware of, but it doesn't show me what my title, it doesn't show what we're good here. It doesn't show what it picked up. It just tells me what's wrong with it.
Right.
Meta description, same thing. It's saying it's 205. It's reduced to 70 to 60. I did have a argument last night. It's got the canonical URL, which is great. It's got the favicon pulled in, which I like to see. The H1 tags and all the hierarchy passes. So what they're picking up is a redirect issue. Could not probe the HTTP version of this page. Strict transport security, something in the subdomain. So what I would do, because that makes no sense to me half the time. So I'm like, I'll take that prompt and I will paste it into Agent, or I'll paste it into like something else first before I get to Agent and ask the question.
It does have, I don't know if you saw up at the top, generate fixed prompt.
Here, let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so basically it's just generated that into the prompt, and then you copy the prompt and you put it in. That is good. That is good. So well done. Well done.
Yeah, that needs to be more prominent, I think.
Yeah, that could be like that. And the only problem is I'm hitting copy, but it's not copy. Let me just check. It's the copy button. Oh yeah, it's copied, but it didn't it stopped telling me it copied. Like it feels like a dead click, even though I'm copying it. You can also tick off the issues on that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So you can say, I don't really care about the meta description. I'm going to leave it. I mean, for me, you want to get up to 100. So if you can get to them, you probably very rarely hit 100. The only thing I think would be really good is bringing in like accessibility scores and other scores. So go have a look at Speedlight, because that gives you scores on mobile, scores on like you'd start going really well, which could be your extension into payments, because you're going to bring in these other ideas. But the branding is pretty, you know, like if you're wanting to use this to move people somewhere else, because it is a free tool, or it's just a general, here's a community thing I want to do, then this is okay product. Like it needs more branding, I think.
Yeah, I think there's probably more. I don't know if they want to stay SEO focused. Maybe they do, but I think there's so much more that could be done. There's common issues that I notice on a lot of these vibe coded websites. Like one of the common ones I see a lot is they'll have images that are massive. 8 megabyte images, and there's just a huge grid of them, and it's taking forever to load, and they're not doing any compression or resizing on these images, just as an example. So I think there's a ton of just vibe coded gotchas that these tools can start to look for people.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, get into using like Cloudflare as well, because it'll help you.
Yes.
Adding that on to your builds.
Yeah.
I haven't done that actually for SoloBoardroom yet, but it's good to have so that you can play. Actually, I do have it. It's good to play in the DNS on there, and also they've got a lot of things that you can do outside of what's in the spectrum of agent as well. And the other thing is, like, if you're doing images, Cloudinary, like, it's free. Getting your images smaller, like, you can use Cloudinary to feed them in rather than actually having them on a site, you know, like, as a big piece of, like, this piece here. Like, I built this last night with, this is what I was fighting with Agent about, because it was like rendering properly, and it was but eventually we got there. And, you know, because you want your open graph to look different to something else, but want it to be the right sizing. You want it to come through on Twitter. Interestingly, there's a manifest or Apple Touch icon is missing.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. So that's information that I wouldn't get somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know what that one is. It's like on iPhone, you have the ability to add a website to like an icon, make it look like an app icon on your phone, and it points to your website. And your website has the ability to specify what icon to use for that.
Okay. Well, mine does that, but it just brings up the favicon.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's doing it, but it's not the same. So yeah, you could probably add that in. So you could go back to Agent and say, add this in for. So basically, if you want, and I'm trying out the convert to app right now, but like, all my projects are web apps, but you can just put a little prompt on your web app that says save to home screen. Little prompt pops up, you click the button, and it saves it to the home screen, so people can enter it like an app, exactly the same. They go to the mobile version, they can use it exactly like, and they're not in their Safari or Chrome or whatever interface, or Google, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to go into browser.
Right.
It's like its own little wrapped
app.
Totally. Calibra has that too.
Totally.
But I look, I think this is a really good product. You know what I like about it? I can come here and I don't have to go 5 other places. So if I'm debugging, like on Facebook, say, right? Or Twitter. I was trying to find Twitter's debugger last night. I had to go find one because theirs wasn't in non-existent. Said they had one. I went looking, and it took me into like developer mode. I was like, if I'm a developer, I'm looking at this, where do I go? Like, there was nowhere to go with it, you know? So this is really good. It tells me what I'm passing, what I'm not. You might want to add other LinkedIns to the, like, LinkedIn, Facebook, anywhere else that you can have an open graph, because that's data too. Noticing there's the Twitter sphere. We know that it's a bit long. We had that discussion, Agent and I. So for me, I like the product, but I think this just needs branding. Yeah,
for sure. Well, this was awesome.
Target audience hard when you don't know, you know?
Yeah. Well, Eiran, this was super cool. Unfortunately, I have to jet soon and go play with the kids. But this was cool. Like, I think we bring kind of a little bit different perspective. So I think it works pretty well, both of us looking at these. First time doing this, so we'll see. Like, I'm gonna clip these up afterwards and share them out and share these.
Well, we've got some chat. Let's just quickly, before you go, hang on. So Sid Keeper, thanks both of you rock stars for taking your time to do this. Good to see you both. Steve from Redacted. It's really funny, I just mentioned her. Redacted. I'll be tuning in next time. Message from audience will display. Oh, that's Restream just saying that. Garrett Smith chimed in and said QA testing.
Okay. Well, yeah, awesome. I'm glad Tasha jumped in because
thanks, guys.
That copy paste tool was a lot like, I think, what she was doing with Redact IQ. And I was actually wondering, because Tasha had a lot of great configuration options. Like, you could extend the default functionality to redact other things. And I was wondering if that other tool had anything like that.
No.
Yeah, so.
No,
Cool.
this is the thing. Like, you looked at it and then you know other products in the market and you're like, oh, well, you can see where which is why I brought it up. I'm like, this is like this. I haven't, Tasha's product is in my list of things to feedback on, right? Because when I give feedback, I give feedback. So I take good time for a project. I don't just jump into anybody's and leave random stuff. I'm like properly sitting using a product. So like I was in there last night with not mentioned by Tractionally and then their other product. And I just sat in that for a good 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to use it and I want it to work well for them. And so giving that feedback back on BetaBloom. And I wanted to say that, like, I know you got to run, but I just want to say, like, when you're giving feedback on BetaBloom, put the effort in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys have expertise that you're sharing and other people will share back their expertise. I noticed some feedback's a bit flippy floppy and other feedback's really good. So, committing, like, I watch a product, I look at it, I see what's happening in it, like with the context. Because I'm the way I look at things, I look at it in a bit of context. Like, we looked at that and went, well, there's actually a better product than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and how can we use it and what you could improve to get it out in the world? There are millions of people to buy products. So it's not saying you can't be competitive. It's saying, what do you need to do to reach your audience? Because your audience is going to be here watching this or doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're already on your way, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're, I think, the first person to really realize this on BetaBloom and leverage it. You've given great feedback to people, and that's the thing that has pushed SoloBoardroom up to the top. You have over 30 pieces of feedback and suggestions on your product.
I think I've got the most followers. I think I've got like 13, 14 followers.
Yeah,
I just had a piece of feedback. Someone used it this morning, and it literally, because I get my inbox is like BetaBloom. I'm like, it said not feedback. This is what I wrote. Not a. It says, oh no, it's not obvious. Hang on, because I get responses. Oh, where did I put it? She said, I think it was Jessie. She was like, yeah, it was something like not a chain. It was like, this is not a problem. And she said, this product is so good. Like, I've got so much out of it. And that brings, I love both. But I think, I noticed you put a new acknowledgement.
Yeah, and that was, I think, Tasha's recommendation, actually, because sometimes there's feedback in there that is just, hey, I really love this. There's not an action item there. So we added acknowledge to just kind of.
Yeah, I liked that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great product. I love it.
Thank you. Eiran, we're going to talk again soon. Really awesome to see you. Take care.
Take care.